So you don't have fast hands in pickleball for two reasons. Number one, you're taking your paddle back. Number two, your elbow is going out. If you feel like you're up at the kitchen and you struggle with getting to the balls, you feel like it's coming too fast, keep your elbow in and keep your paddle out in front. Once again, a lot of players, they go wrong. They can't get to the ball fast enough because they take their paddle back. Think, the ball's coming to me really fast. I take my paddle back. Now when I go to hit it, I'm going to be jammed. Instead of taking your paddle back, you want to think that there's a wall behind you, and you always want to keep your paddle out in front. Notice if I go like this, what's going to happen? I'm going to hit the wall. So always keep that paddle out in front. A great way to always keep the paddle out in front is to start where you finish and finish where you start. Notice when I go out and hit my forehand, many players will do this. They'll go out and they'll hit their forehand and then their paddle will be down and then they'll come around. Notice after I hit my forehand, look, my paddle ends up where I started and I start where I finished. Look, I hit my backhand, boom, here we are. It still ends up in the same place. Pretend there's a magnet here. Every single time that you hit, whatever you do with your paddle, it always goes back here. Even if it's over here, it goes back here. So I want you to think again, think that there's a magnet out in front, there's a wall behind you, and always work on just keeping the paddle out in front. Big volleys do not have a huge backswing. If you want to hit power on your volleys, you use your wrist, you don't use your swing. And remember, the faster you hit the ball, if you're playing higher level players, the faster it's going to come back. So the faster I hit it, it's going to come back at me. I don't have time to take the paddle back. Now, the next thing, the main culprit why players don't have fast hands is because their elbow goes out. I want you to notice this elbow right here. You guys see it? When I go and I move my elbow out, look what happens with my paddle. When my elbow goes out, all this extra stuff happens with the paddle. If you see any pro player hit a ball in pickleball, hit a fast volley, fast hands, their elbow is always in. If you struggle with your paddle moving erratically, just put your elbow in and tuck your elbow into your body. By tucking your elbow into your body, look, now I can't move my paddle anywhere. So if you ever feel like you don't have fast hands, I want you to check, is my elbow out or is my elbow in? If you can keep this elbow in close to your body, it's going to eliminate the backswing. And again, I can still hit hard. Why? Because how do you hit power in pickleball? For volleys, you use your wrist. You snap your wrist down. Now, a great drill to do to ensure that you do this is put a ball under your armpit. When I put this ball under my armpit, I have to keep it in there, right? What does it do? It tucks my elbow in and ensures that it's there. If I flail my elbow out, what happens with the ball? The ball goes somewhere. So again, think short backswing, paddle out front, tuck the elbow in, and you're going to be good to go. Another way that you could have faster hands as well is just make sure that after you swing, you end up out in front. Think about it. The closer the ball gets to me, the more likely I am to pop the ball up. The further out in front I can take the ball, the higher I can take it and the earlier I can take it. So what I want you to do is if you're waiting like this, you're going to make contact close, you're going to get jammed, you're going to have to go out to the ball, even if you're not taking a big backswing. Lean out in front, keep the paddle out in front. This should be your ready position, not this. And now look, I'm going to be able to get faster hands. I'm going to be able to block the ball. Now remember, and this is a big thing, anytime a ball is in the middle or over here is a backhand. Anytime the ball is here or over here is a forehand, okay? So again, I'm gonna take a backhand here, backhand here, backhand here, over here, forehand, 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 backhand, 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 backhand. Players go wrong because they get a middle ball and they flip it and they do the forehand. Anytime the ball comes close to the moneymaker, you're always going to take that as a backhand. How do we take that as a backhand, a body block volley? It's very simple. You're gonna start out in front, you're going to turn your paddle to the side, and then you're going to extend with your arm and your shoulder. So here, here. Notice if someone hits the ball fast at me, what am I not going to do? I'm not going to swing. I'm just going to block it back. You want to think that you're deflecting the ball. You're not swinging at the ball. Think of the volleys when it's fast and you need fast hands, like you are blocking, deflecting the ball back. You're just holding the paddle out. The ball's going to bounce and fly right off. The last thing I want you to do to get faster hands up the kitchen is to just make sure you have a wide base and your body's down. The moment that you move your body takes time away from your game. If I'm hitting and I'm blocking the balls and my body's moving everywhere, I'm going to limit the amount of time that I have. Instead, I just want to keep my body down and compact and just go with my paddle. Now, this is easier said than done, but what I would recommend every single one of you is to get a drilling partner, have them feed balls at you, and just work on standing here the whole time. You ever see any pros and they're in these fast hands battles, they're not looking like Rafael Nadal on the baseline. No, they're staying down and they're just letting their paddle work for them and not working for their paddle. If you can incorporate keeping your elbow in, not taking a big backswing, trying to take the ball earlier, start where I finish where I start, keep my body down, take the ball earlier, limit those swings, keep it short, deflect and block rather than swing, use your wrist to create power, you are going to totally improve your hands and you're going to win more pickleball points up at the kitchen. If you guys like this video, make sure to share, subscribe, like, share to the Facebook group for me. I would absolutely love it. Shout out to, forget her name, but this wonderful lady, it completely made my day. She shared this video or one of my other videos to a huge Facebook group. Some people said I had a weird voice. That's okay. I'm from Delco. But what happened though, it got my video out and it really motivated me to create more videos. So share, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on court.